Last week here on Thursday Night Thunder, as we kicked off the March season, the final round came down to the Gravedigger taking on the Incredible Hulk in a close shootout all the way down to the finish line. Both trucks making contact in the end. However, Rich Wagner and the Gravedigger claimed championship number 13 last week. The question remains, is Rich Wagner and the Gravedigger team going to be able to hold on to the checkered flag here tonight in week 2 of the March season?
Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire. It's my life in the box in front of me.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to week 2 of the March season here on Thursday Night Thunder. If you're new here, be sure to crush that subscribe button and turn on all notifications. We've got some of the best side-by-side diecast monster truck racing for you here tonight in week 2 of the March season. Rich Wagner and the Gravedigger is the man to beat tonight. The checkered flag flying high off the black and green wrecking machine as he took home championship number 13 last week. Everybody's gunning for him here tonight to try to take away that checkered flag. Let's jump right into round 1 competition. Looking at our matchups, High Roller is going to take on Power Forward. Scarlet Bandit will take on Tropical Thunder. The Blacksmith Machine takes on Destroyer. And then Escalade takes on Superman in the first half of round 1. Over on the other side of the bracket, it's going to be New Kid on the Block, Isaac Resendez and Earthshaker getting first crack at the champion in the Gravedigger. Now, up first here in round 1 competition, we've got the High Roller Forward. Newcomer Austin Grozier behind the wheel. Tried to make a name for himself last week, came up just a little bit short. So did this gentleman right here, Cam Burkhart, the Power Forward Machine. Again, one of the oldest trucks out here on the MTA circuit right here in the near lane, based out of Atlanta, Georgia. Cam Burkhart trying to put High Roller on the trailer here tonight early in round 1. Who's it going to be as we go green? Battle of the Ford over down to the straight stretch. They're dead even in no man's land, and High Roller pulls it out, and Burkhart turns it end over end at the finish line, ladies and gentlemen. And the High Roller Machine moves on in the round 2 competition, and Burkhart puts it on the trailer in pieces here tonight in round 1. Looking at our photo finish right here, ladies and gentlemen. It was close, but Burkhart clipped the rear tires on the last stack of cars there, and it kicked him end over end. Next up in round 1, it's the return of Chad Legit to Legit. Tropical Thunder, we saw him claim his first Thursday Night Thunder championship in the last week of the February season. He's trying to get back on top of the mountain here tonight. He will now take on newcomer to the Thunder scene, Olivia Cantwell, Scarlet Bandit, out of Toggenaxie, Kansas. She's been an upcoming superstar here on the MTA circuit, trying to make a big name for herself. Taking out a veteran here in round 1 would do it. Here's the green light now down the straight stretch. She's got the whole shot over Legit. Tropical Thunder coming back over the finish line, but Olivia Cantwell and Scarlet Bandit out of the far lane picks up the win over Chad Legit and Tropical Thunder. We're going down to our photo finish to show you how close it was. Right here at the finish line by about half a truck. Scarlet Bandit, your round 1 winner. What a great race by both drivers. Next up in round 1, Mike Council bringing back the Blacksmith Willies right here on Thursday Night Thunder. He will now take on none other than Joseph Nelson in the Destroyer Ford, the brand new truck the kids campaigning out here, ready to rock and roll in the inside lane. He's making a big name for himself in that truck. Proved to be a true player out here on Thunder with a couple of quick time passes last week. So did Mike Council and Blacksmith. This matchup ought to be a dandy. Who's going on to round 2 as we get set to go green? Down the straight stretch, Blacksmith jumps him on the line. Destroyer's coming back over the last of the cars. Joseph Nelson putting the screws to Blacksmith early on in round 1, but not to sell Council short. He was hanging right there with the Destroyer Machine all the way down to the end. Just Destroyer got a little bit of the better hand. Next up in round 1, we've got Connor Legit, former one-time Thursday Night Thunder champion, the Superman Ford coming to the line. He will take on Jeremy Hiles, new kid on the block on Thunder, debuted in the January season with a brand new truck, an Escalade, ready to go here in the inside lane. Now Connor Legit, he got his first Thunder championship win when the track was real dirt, real sandy out there. He's hungry for another championship win. Is tonight going to be his night against Escalade? Here's the green light now down the straight stretch. Escalade with a whole shot up and over no man's land, and Escalade, Jeremy Hiles puts Superman on the trailer here in round 1. Connor Legit tried to gain up some momentum up and over no man's land, just didn't have enough, and Escalade moves on in a round 2 competition. Next up in round 1, however, we've got the return of Landon Ford, the big kahuna machine, ready to go here tonight. He will now take on Sean Eichenberg, the Black Pearl Chevrolet. The truck looked strong last week. He's ready to go now and try to take out Big Kahuna here in round one competition. Both these drivers are looking for their very first Thursday Night Thunder Championship. The only way to get closer is to advance on from round one here. Who's it going to be? Both trucks stays in the line. Black Pearl, Big Kahuna. Green light goes down now. Kahuna pulling a slight lead over Black Pearl and over the finish line. Sean Eichenberg gets the job done. Makes it come from behind win through no man's land over the last of the cars. Black Pearl your winner over Big Kahuna. Next up, a father-son matchup like no other. Jason Craddock, the former 7-time Thursday Night Thunder champion, Gas Monkey coming to the line. He will take on Hunter Craddock, a former 2-time Thunder champion. The Incredible Hawk now stays on the inside lane. And least we forget, he was last week's finalist and almost knocked out the Gravedigger and took home a 3rd Thunder championship. It's a battle of father versus son. Gas Monkey takes on the Hawk. Green light goes down. Now they're even off to a start. Down the straight stretch of the first set of cars. Now it's close. And Hunter Craddock turns it over on the bus stack in the shutdown area. Jason Craddock was hanging with him, but Hawk is your winner over Gas Monkey in round one. A great race nonetheless between father and son. Next up in round one, Austin Spence returns out of St. Cloud, Minnesota. The Wild Thing coming to the start line. He will now take on Nugget. And Mohawk Warrior ready to rock and roll in that far lane. He is ready to do some damage here tonight in the Mohawk Warrior there over the Wild Thing. But Austin Spence, the Carolina Crusher ride truck driver for Triple B Motorsports, is in Wild Thing in the near lane. Green light goes down. Now they're even off the start to the first jump up and over no man's land in Wild Thing. Trying to hang tight with Mohawk. It was close all the way down to the finish line, ladies and gentlemen. We may have to go back to our photo finish to determine a winner. I'm almost certain from up here in the booth, Wild Thing did pick up the win. Your winner's going to be Austin Spence and Wild Thing by about a tire length over Mohawk Warrior. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to defend the flag. Rich Wagner and the Gravedigger out of Kildover Hills, North Carolina, ready to defend his flag against new kid on the block, Isaac Resendez and Earthshaker, now staged on the inside lane. And Wagner knows he's going to have to put the hammer down and hold on to that checkered flag because the kid here in the near lane is hungry. Earthshaker ready to go, trying to knock out the champion early on in round one competition. Who's going on to round two? Gravedigger versus Earthshaker. Green light goes down. Now Shaker got him off the line. The Digger's coming back now over the car. And it's close. Resendez giving Wagner a run for the money there. Earthshaker almost knocked out the champion here in round one. Nonetheless, as we look back at our photo finish, ladies and gentlemen, it wasn't by much, but Rich Wagner got the job done by inches, and the Gravedigger, he will advance on into round two here on Thunder. And ladies and gentlemen, the racing was so close here in round one, week two of the Thursday Night Thunder series for the March season. A lot of more great racing still to come. Don't go anywhere. Round two action is coming up next. Gravedigger still the champion. Can anybody knock him out? We're going to find out next. What's going on, MTA fans? If you're looking to get in on the action right here on the MTA YouTube channel, look no further. I'm about to tell you guys just how you can sign up to get in one of these races. Head over to the link in our description, and that's going to take you right over to our Facebook page where we hold registration for all of the MTA events. And hey, while you're there, crush that subscribe button. Be sure to turn on the notification bell so you stay up to date with everything that MTA is doing. From new custom truck builds to special events and giveaways, you don't want to miss any of the great action MTA has to offer. Be sure to subscribe to us on YouTube, follow us on Instagram and TikTok, and I'll catch you guys down the road. And welcome back to week two of the March season right here on Thursday Night Thunder as we take a look at round two matchups. High Roller is going to take on Scarlet Bandit. Then we're going to see Destroyer take on Escalade over on the other side of the bracket. Black Pearl takes on the Incredible Hawk. And then it looks like Wild Thing gets crack at the champion, Gravedigger, to close out round two. Next up in round two competition, however, new kid on the block, Austin Crozier knocked out Power Forward in round one. Now taking on the rising superstar, Olivia Cantwell out of Tonganoxie, Kansas. Scarlet Bandit stays on that far lane yet again here tonight. She's looking to knock out High Roller here in round two competition, but new kid on the block, Austin Crozier, High Roller inside lane here. He's looking to take a name for himself here tonight in round two. Who's it going to be as we get set for green? Scarlet Bandit, High Roller. Bandit's got a lead on him down the straight stretch. High Roller trying to come back. It's close, but the Bandit turns it over in the shutdown area. Crozier and High Roller was going for it, but the Bandit got him there in the end. She will advance in the semis. Next up in round 2 competition, we have got Joseph Nelson coming back in Destroyer. Looked wicked fast in round 1 against Blacksmith. Finds himself in a matchup against Jeremy Hiles and Escalade. At the start line, he is now staged in the far lane. Escalade's looking strong here tonight, much like he did in the January season. Joseph Nelson, the brand new Destroyer on the inside lane, trying to get a big win here tonight in the new truck. Here's the green light now. Escalade and Destroyer even down the straight stretch, up and over no man's land, and Escalade pulls it out over the end, and Destroyer was right there with him, just didn't have enough, and Jeremy Hiles and Escalade move on in the semifinal competition. Next up in round 2, Sean Eichenberg, the Black Pearl Chevrolet. Looked fast in round 1, he's back in action to take on Hunter Craddock, who knocked out his old man in round 1 competition in Gas Monkey. The Incredible Hulk stage in the far lane, now ready to take on the Black Pearl Chevrolet. This one's going to be a shootout like no other, because both these drivers have been around for a little bit, and a Thunder wind's going to take them to the top of the mountain in the March season. Green light goes down, Black Pearl with a whole shot over the car now, and the Hulk trying to come back, and it looks like Sean Eichenberg and Black Pearl is your round 2 winner over the Incredible Hulk. Hunter Craddock was trying to make up the ground through no man's land over the last set of cars. And as we go back to our MTA photo finish, it wasn't by much, but the Black Pearl Chevrolet, your round 2 winner over the Incredible Hulk. And now we defend the checker flag one more time tonight. Rich Wagner returns in the Gravedigger, 13-time Thursday Night Thunder champion, now defending against Austin Spence out of St. Cloud, Minnesota. Wild Thing ready to go on the inside lane. He's trying to claim his first Thursday Night Thunder championship, but he's got to knock out the 3-year MTA veteran ready to go on that far lane. The Gravedigger holding the checker flag proudly. Is Spence have enough in the Wild Thing machine to take out the champion? Both trucks are staged at the line. Will Wagner hang on? Here's the green light now down the straight stretch. Wild Thing with a home shot. The Gravedigger's coming back, and look out, turns it over. Wagner upside down over in the shutdown area. He knew Spence was going to be shooting for stars here in round 2, and Wagner didn't let up a bit, holding out against the Wild Thing. As we go back to our replay, watch the start. Wild Thing with the whole shot. Gravedigger knew he had to make up the ground. Starts to make a comeback right here at the first set of cars over no man's land. Nice little slap wheelie by the Gravedigger. Got a little cattywampus over the last set of cars. Left rear tire bit the tacky dirt there in the shutdown area. Wagner goes over, but still hangs on to the checker flag on the Gravedigger. But looking at semifinal matchups and how it shakes down, Scarlet Bandit's going to take on Escalade, and then Black Pearl will take on the Gravedigger, who we just saw edge out Wild Thing by merely inches, much like he did Earthshaker in round 1. So Rich Wagner still hanging on to the checker flag here tonight as we go into semis. New kid on the block, Olivia Cantwell, Scarlet Bandit out of Tonganoxie, Kansas, looking strong here tonight. However, so is her opponent, Jeremy Hiles Escalade. Again, debuted that truck in the January season, was a threat to all the competitors out there. He finds himself back in action here in the March season. He's hungry for that first Thunder championship. However, so is Cantwell inside lane and Scarlet Bandit. Who's going to the finals? Green light goes down now. They're even off the start now. Slightly to the Bandit over no man's land, and she may have just pulled it out at the last minute over the last set of cars at the finish line. Escalade got a little out of shape there and ended up in the bus stack. We're going down now to our MTA photo finish and trying to figure out who's going to the finals, Scarlet Bandit or Escalade. Your winner, ladies and gentlemen, Olivia Cantwell and Scarlet Bandit by inches over the Escalade. She's moving on to the finals. Who's she going to meet there? Will it be the reigning and defending champion, Rich Wagner and the Gravedigger back in action? He's had a couple of close calls all night long. He knows he's got to run it on the ragged edge. These drivers are hungry for him. Sean Eichenberg now staged on the inside lane. The Black Pearl Chevrolet looking strong here tonight. He wants to upset the champion here in semifinal action. Who's it going to be? The Gravedigger and Black Pearl. Green light goes down. The Digger got the whole shot. Black Pearl's coming back on him. Look out. Turns it over. Sean Eichenberg making a run for his money here. Rolls the truck over in the shutdown area. I'm still not sure who got the win, ladies and gentlemen. It was so close all the way down to the finish line. Wagner may have just been upset here in semis. Let's take a look at our MTA replay. Right here off the line, the Gravedigger did get the whole shot. Black Pearl made up the ground down the straight stretch, making it an even race for the first jump. Watch him here, up and over no man's land. Black Pearl getting a little out of shape. Shoots to the inside wall right there, and going end over end, it may have cost him the race. Wagner moves on by a wheel length and gets by just barely yet again as he moves on into the finals, ladies and gentlemen. Week 2 of the March season. Gravedigger back in the finals defending the checkered flag against new kid on the block, Olivia Cantwell, Scarlet Bandit. And ladies and gentlemen, she's hungry for that first Thursday Night Thunder championship. Rich Wagner coming back to the line. Gravedigger's ready to go, but Olivia Cantwell and Scarlet Bandit has been taking them out all night long. She's ready to thrash on it here on the far lane. She has got a big opportunity here tonight to take out the 13-time Thursday Night Thunder champion, Rich Wagner, and the Gravedigger on the inside lane. Who's it going to be, ladies and gentlemen? Scarlet Bandit takes on the Gravedigger. It's showtime here on Thunder down the straight stretch. Bandit's got to lead. The Digger's coming back now over the cars and smoke. Bandit turns it over for the second time tonight over the bus deck in the shutdown area. Wagner may have just barely pulled it out yet again, much like he has done all night. The Gravedigger has a target on its back, and let's go down to our MTA replay to confirm a winner. Bandit got the whole shot out of the far lane. Wagner putting the Chevrolet horsepower down to the first set of cars here. Up and over no man's land they go. Watch him here at the finish line. The Gravedigger pulled it out by inches over Scarlet Bandit in a great race nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen. Bandit goes over. Gravedigger hangs on to the flag. And ladies and gentlemen, now 14-time Thursday Night Thunder champion. Congratulations to Rich Wagner and the Gravedigger. And now, ladies and gentlemen, as we take a look at the overall point standings closing out week 2 of the March season in the lower half of the bracket, Power Forward, Mohawk Warrior, Big Kahuna, and Superman holding down that lower half. Over on the top half of the bracket, again with 2 back-to-back victories, Rich Wagner and the Gravedigger is your leader with 120 points. Rounding out your top 3, Hunter Craddock, Incredible Hawk with 85, and Olivia Cantwell and Scarlet Bandit with 85 to her own right. And again, the overall points championship is critical here in the March season as you advance on in the April season if you win the overall points chase. Thank you guys for coming out and watching week 2 of the March season right here on Thursday Night Thunder. Be sure, if you haven't already, crush that subscribe button, and I'll catch you down the road. See you next week.
Standing tall up in victory lane, I done brought the pain and now they screaming my name. Yeah, everybody saw me rock the place. Now there's flashbulbs are popping and mics in my face. Always giving the crowd what they need. Now they're wearing my shirts front row to nosebleed. Now the crowd forms is what it's all about. Signing autographs until the lights out.